Man, sometimes they say it's a make or miss league, and we had some open shots that, like wide open shots that we didn't make. The ball was moving pretty well, and they didn't go for us. I mean, we shot 41%. And they shot 50%. And they just had stretches of the game. There were a few stretches where we turned the ball over multiple times, and they came down and scored. And then their ball movement, just like I said before the game, they're one of the best teams in the league as far as driving the ball and kicking to their three-point shooters. And we didn't do a good enough job of containing those drives. And they showed their depth tonight. I mean, look, they had 7 guys in double figures, no one over 16 points. And when you play like that, that's a winning combination. And I was proud of my guys for fighting and cutting it down where we were down 17, and we lost by 6, which is no consolation, but they did fight.
Coach, it seems like at this point there's no question in the effort that these guys are putting forth. But is it the point where you guys have to play smarter rather than harder?
Yeah, I mean, you're right. We're not slacking. We're not playing hard at all. Some of those turnovers were not smart, and we're trying to get the ball to Dwight, and we're really making a concerted effort to do that. But some of the passes that we tried to make to him tonight were not good, and they ran out and got out in transition. So part of it is playing smarter, but part of it to me is also making shots. We made some shots tonight. We would have had a better chance.
Steve, close but no cigar, a nice comeback there, but not quite enough. But do you think the game might have been lost earlier defensively? What's your biggest concern? Is it rim protection or getting up on threes, or a little bit of both?
I wouldn't say. I would say our penetration, defending the penetration, is the biggest key. We were biting on shot fakes. They were driving by us. They had isolations. They were driving by us, and it wasn't necessarily the rim protection. It was the drive and kick. So. That's the problem that I see, and it's a recurring issue that we've had as far as containing the ball on the perimeter and not allowing the ball to get into the paint.
Steven, is there anything you can do with the rotation at this point to mitigate the contrast between the starters and the reserves?
Yeah, that's something I think about quite a bit. And again tonight you see the plus-minus difference. Tonight I had Nick on the floor with the second group quite a bit, and he was able to facilitate a little bit better. You see he had 10 assists, and that's something I'm still going to have to tinker with, because you're right, there is a stark difference between the starters and the reserves.
You also played Monk in the first and third with 4 other starters. What was your thought process there?
I've been wanting to get him some time. And I didn't want to throw him out there with the second unit, so getting him out there. And there aren't very many times in a game where you can put him and Kemba on the floor together, and I thought they had a lineup out there where I could do so. So I just wanted to see what those 2 guys could do together, and I wanted to get him some time on the floor.
What was your evaluation of that?
It was pretty good. It was different for him. He hasn't really played with that group. He made a 3, which is good. We need some three-point makes and some three-point attempts. So I think we got our 27 tonight, which is good. But it's hard to do that on a night-by-night basis just because the 2s are so big. It'll be hard for him to guard the 2s.
When Kemba went down on that left wrist, knowing that it's already been sprained this season, what was the exchange and the decision to send him back out?
Oh, there was no exchange. He just nodded to me and walked back, and I got MCW and put him in the game. So I knew he had been hurting, and I saw that he had fallen down. So there was no talking to or anything. He just kind of went off, and the trainers took care of him.
Loss for you guys tonight. Where do you think the game kind of turned?
More second quarter. They broke out a little bit and got ahead. Third quarter too, they got a little, I think like 20. We had to fight back, and we really can't put ourselves in a hole like that.
What were they doing that made them so, able to get ahead in those periods of time?
Yeah, they would move the ball well. We were just having a bunch of defensive breakdowns that we shouldn't have had. It was just simple stuff.
Coach Silas had you running with the first unit a little bit more than you had in games past out there with Kemba. What was your take on that, and how do you think how would it feel for you personally?
I feel comfortable whenever I'm on the basketball court, but I mean, you gotta try new things out. We have been winning a lot, so you gotta try new things out, see what's gonna work. But I mean, I always feel comfortable.
And lastly, going into tomorrow, you guys right back at it tomorrow against a Portland team that's got a really strong scoring backcourt. What's going to be the key to bounce back with a victory tomorrow?
Don't make the mistakes we made today. Just don't give up on defensive plays, and like just pick the energy up.
Battle tonight. I mean, down 17, got within 2. I mean, trying to just get a win. I mean, very frustrated at the fact that you guys weren't able to come all the way back tonight.
Yeah, I mean, of course, when you lose a game, either way, lost by 1 or by 40, it's still a loss. So you're gonna be mad anyway. But the way we fight at the end, we start the game pretty well again. All the lineup did a good job, and Dwight was dominant inside and came in the second half to close the deal. I really tried to, myself, I tried to set up every guy, try to get guys shot and try to move the ball. Like I really tried to play my game. I think I haven't did, and I haven't had a chance to do the last couple games. I just tried really to set up guys and get up and shout to everybody else, and really like freak Kemba up a little bit and Dwight. So we gotta play that way, but we can let like every time like we play. I mean, we're losing, but the last 5 games, I mean, we start the game pretty well every time, and we got a lead and we let it go, and we got to fight back, and we got to find a way to be consistent and win those games, because we can't let that go every time.
Steven said that he tried to play a little bit more with the second unit to help with the disparity between the starters and the bench. How comfortable were you with that?
I mean, the way I play with with the first unit, like especially like in the second half, when I try really to create and open the gap for the guys and get the ball inside to Dwight and get shot to Kemba. That's why I try to do that with the second unit as well, because we need them to score. We need them to be consistent and good for us. So if I try to get JLM going, Malik or Frank, those guys, I got to do it.
Nick, there's no question of the effort that this team is putting forth right now, but it seems like instead of playing smarter, it's just a matter of playing harder. How do you reverse that?
We play hard. I mean, we just got to play smarter. We give it up. We give it everything we have on the court every time. We just got to make the right decision. I mean, we had like 15 turnovers in the first half. I mean, we play hard, but we got to be smarter. On defense, I mean, we do a good job. We make some little mistake to like give us the game, get them the game. So the thing is like, came back after the game, we're right there. Every time we're right there. It's been the same the last 2 years, so we got to find a way, like, with like 13 guys, like, have the same goal. I mean, we have to have the same goal, and is to win game and play with each other.
I mean, tomorrow back-to-back, Portland comes into town. How important is it to get the game tomorrow?
I mean, every game is huge now. Every game is huge. We're still in December, but we know who we are. We're a good team. We have expectations, so we just got to get there and like, have the same goal. And play together, like play as a team and play for what is right in front of your jersey, not what in the back. That's what we need to do with this team. That's what we need to do.
Nick, how do you balance sometimes trying to get the ball into Dwight when they're like denying him and that's kind of forcing some turnovers? How do you balance that?
That's why we got to find a way as well, because he's so dominant. I mean, he's been rolling the last couple games, so I mean, defense is going to adjust, so sometimes we can't give him the ball inside, so we got to move, or Dwight can set a screen too, or play on the second side. That's what we did in the last 5 minutes. I mean, sometimes we play on one side and swing, so we can get a better position on the inside. So we got to find a way to make. That's the thing. Like that's what I'm saying. Like we got to play for each other, find a way to create for the other guys, or find a good shot for some guys, and play, like I say, for what is right in front. That's what it's supposed to be when we play basketball. And that's what I'm trying to do. That's what we're trying to do. But we got to do it consistently with every guy. That's what we got to do.
When you saw Kemba go down on that left wrist, knowing that he's already sprained it, he's had issues with it all season, what went through your mind?
Man, it's tough, especially when a guy like that, he's our leader. No, we don't. I mean, we can't lose him right now, so we really need him. And, I mean, that's what the same with me, so I will try to suck it up and play through it. And Kemba is the same. We're going to have injury like with me, so we're doing a big piece. I mean, we miss Cody a lot. We miss Cody a lot. I mean, that's why, I last year, we were a good team. I mean, we were like a top 4, top 5 team in the East after 40-some games, and he went down. And then we start losing, so I mean, we can't find excuses, but this is maybe the biggest point. That's why we didn't make the playoff last year. And we're going to miss him again this year for 4 or 6 weeks. can happen again. No, we don't have him for a while, so we got to find a way to play without him. Even if we miss him a lot, we're going to find a play without him, and that's all the guy to step up and find a way to give Dwight some relief, because Dwight can do it by himself inside too.